The Celtics are in for an upset. The Celtics are in for an upset. We were down 3-1. We were down 3-1. Now it's 3-3 going back to Boston. We were down 3-1. The Celtics are in for an upset. Now, honestly, this matchup between the Sixers and the Celtics might as well be the Eastern Conference Finals because whoever wins this series is taking the East, and it's going to be the Sixers. If the Sixers beat the Celtics in Game 7 in Boston, there is no other team in the East that is going to beat the Sixers. There's no other team. And I said this before the playoffs even started. There is no other team aside from the Celtics that are head and shoulders better than the Sixers. There's no other team. Like, there's no other team after the Celtics that I'm going to be worried about going through the playoffs. We beat the Celtics, we have the Knicks next, and we got the Knicks number for sure. There's no other team I'm worried about because the Knicks, their two best players are defensive liabilities. Mikal Bridges has been declining, and they're struggling with the Hawks right now. The Hawks are the worst Eastern Conference team in the playoffs right now, and the Knicks have been struggling with them. You look at the Magic. If the Magic make it out of the other side, we've already handled the Magic. We already locked up Paolo and Franz. We got the Magic's number for sure. And then the Pistons, they're struggling with the Magic right now. The Pistons, who were the 1 seed, dominant Eastern Conference team going into the playoffs, they're struggling with the team that we made look silly. You look at the Cavs, James Harden is liable to choke in the playoffs. I'm not worried about that. And the Raptors are struggling with the Cavs right now. That's a far less talented team than the Sixers. Like, the Sixers, if we're looking at all the teams in the East, the Sixers are the most playoff form team right now. The Sixers look like the most playoff ready team in the Eastern Conference playoffs right now. The Sixers look like the best team. All these other teams have significant holes. They're looking suspect in their respective matchups. The Knicks struggling with the Hawks. The Hawks being the worst team in the Eastern Conference playoffs. The Magic, we already made them look silly getting into the playoffs. And then the Pistons, they're struggling with that very same team that we made look silly. The Cavs, we know they're pretenders anyway. And then the Raptors, they're about to lose to the Cavs. So there's no other team in the East that worries me other than the Celtics. But even looking at the Celtics, I'm not worried about the Celtics because the Sixers are taking Game 7 in Boston 100%. You're taking Game 7. Like, honestly, one of the reasons why I know the Sixers are taking Game 7 is because we don't need Joel Embiid to give us 30 to close out the series. Like, usually that's been the case. We needed Joel Embiid to give us 25 to 30 points in order to succeed in the playoffs. That's not the case this year. Because we have multiple guys on this team that are heating up and that are still hot. Like, bro, Maxey is averaging 27 points in the series right now. PG is looking like playoff PG, averaging 17 points, coming off a 23-point game, 5 3-pointers made against the Celtics in Game 6. VJ is averaging 21 against the Celtics right now, but he can go off for 30 and 10 the same way he did in Game 6. Quentin Grimes, he's good off the bench for 15 to 18 points. And then Kelly Oubre, he's putting dudes through hell on defense. Like, honestly, the Sixers have the East locked up. We have the East locked up, which means we're in for a Game 7 dub. The Sixers are in for a Game 7 dub and therefore have the East locked up 100%. And honestly, the reason why I know the Sixers have the East locked up and why they'll win Game 7 is because, and this is for all you Celtics fans, our third to fourth option is looking better than who should be your first option. PG is looking better than Jason Tatum right now. Playoff P looks better than y'all's MVP candidate, y'all's all-NBA player right now. Like Tatum is choking. Tatum does not look good right now. One, he looks hurt. He doesn't look healthy. And Paul George is heating up as Tatum is sort of getting colder and declining. Like, Paul George has stepped up in light of Embiid's absence and when VJ Edgecombe has been off. Paul George has stepped up on both offense and defense. He's not only playing defense as he's known for, but he's also scoring consistently. He's bailing this Sixers team out exactly when we need it the most. He's been one of the biggest X factors in this series alongside Tyrese Maxey, because Tyrese Maxey can't do it himself, but PG is holding his own. PG is 100% holding his own. Playoff P is 1,000% back. He's averaging 17 points per game right now. He's coming off a 23.5 three-pointers made performance in Game 6. While Tatum, the Celtics' first option, is dropping 17 points, shooting 1 for 5 from the three-point line. Y'all's best player, your favorite player is being outshined by Paul George, our third to fourth option on the Sixers team. PG is outshining Jason Tatum. That's how I know the Sixers have Game 7 on lock. Sixers have Game 7 on lock. The Sixers have Game 7 on lock because the Celtics do not look good right now. The Celtics are looking bad right now. Y'all's favorite team is looking really, really bad right now. Like, they're still living and dying by the three. They shot 41 threes in Game 6, only made 12 of them. Made less than half of their shots. Tatum looks hurt. JB is just chucking up shots, like he's not elevating anyone around him in the process of just jacking. Like, Derek White has been near invisible. Peyton Pritchard is chucking up shots, shooting 1 for 8 from the three-point line in Game 6. Like, while the Celtics are declining and looking worse, the Sixers are heating up. The Sixers are heating up. Maxey is hot, averaging 27 points per game right now. PG is in playoff P form, averaging 17 points per game, coming off a 23-point performance. VJ is heating up right now. Embiid is looking solid, but is liable to give you 30 and 8. VJ is liable to give you 30 and 10. Kelly Oubre and Quentin Grimes are putting Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown through hell right now on defense. Got them boys. They have your favorite players. They have your favorite players in handcuffs. Kelly Oubre and Quentin Grimes are putting your favorite players in handcuffs. There's no question the Sixers have Game 7 on lock for sure. Game 7 is on lock. But the crazy, and another reason why I know the Sixers have Game 7 on lock is because Maxey and BJ Edgecombe, BJ Max, always play better basketball against the Celtics. It's been that way all season. And we've seen that in the playoffs. Looking at BJ Edgecombe. He's averaging 25 and 3 against the Celtics right now over the season. Game 1, 34 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal. This is earlier in the regular season. Second game in the regular season, 17 points, 5 and 5. Fourth game of the season, 23 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. Game 2 in the playoffs, VJ goes off for 33 and 10. Tyrese Maxey, he's averaging 27 points steadily, 27 points per game in the playoffs alone, 5 assists. Tyrese Maxey and VJ Edgecombe always play best against the Celtics. And I fully expect to see that tonight for sure. I fully expect to see that in Game 7 for sure. Tyrese Maxey and VJ Edgecombe always play their best ball against the Celtics. I have no reason to doubt that they are going to ball out in Game 7. The Celtics won't have an answer for VJ Edgecombe and Tyrese Maxey in Game 7 in Boston. They won't have an answer for him. Honestly, VJ Edgecombe is going to be the X factor, I believe, in Game 7. He's going to be the X factor. We know what Tyrese Maxey is going to give us. We know Tyrese Maxey is going to give us 27 to 30 to close out the Celtics. We know Paul George is going to give us a solid 17 at the least. Quentin Grimes, I believe, will go at least 15 from the bench. Joel Embiid, really, we really just need him to give us maybe even 20 and 8, honestly. He doesn't even have to go crazy. And I'm not sure that he likely will go crazy because I can't expect him to go off for like 30 and 10 considering the surgery he's coming off of, even though it is possible. VJ Edgecombe is going to be and needs to be the X factor for the Sixers going into Game 7. Because that's the one guy that the Celtics cannot account for. They know they got to pay attention to Joel Embiid because even though he just had surgery, he's still a guy that can give you 33 and 8, just like he did in his second game back. Maxey, they know what Maxey's going to do. Paul George has been killing him really steadily all series long. They're not just going to leave him open. Like, VJ Edgecombe is the one starter that the Celtics will not be able, that they just can't account for. They can't account for. You're not going to you're not going to relax off Maxey. You're not going to relax off Embiid. You can't afford to relax off Paul George. VJ Edgecombe is going to be the X factor for the Sixers in this Celtics game, in this Game 7 against the Celtics. And honestly, these are the moments that I believe VJ Edgecombe was built for. We've seen all season long VJ Edgecombe elevate his game in primetime moments. In the biggest moments of the game, biggest moments of the season, gotta have it moments, VJ Edgecombe has delivered as a rookie. VJ Edgecombe is going to solidify himself in Game 7 against the Celtics 1,000%. 1,000%. But honestly, I truly believe Joel Embiid might be the best, if not one of the best scoring big men of all time. Best scoring big man of all time. He's not a champion, because of his injuries during this time of the year, as we've seen. Just unlucky, rare, fluke type of injuries that have had him hobbled or sidelined. But the fact that he can give you 33 and 8, fresh off an appendix surgery. This man got his appendix taken out 3 days ago, like a week ago. The fact that this man can drop 30 and 8, a near double-double in the playoffs against the Celtics. Bro, there's no question a healthy Joel Embiid might be the best scoring big man of all time. And there's no question with how the Celtics have struggled against us this series, where we've really been without Joel Embiid for half of it. With how the Celtics have struggled against us, there's no question if we had Joel Embiid for this entire series, we beat the Celtics in 6 games. We beat the Celtics in 5 or 6 games if Joel Embiid is healthy throughout this entire series. If we have Joel Embiid from start to finish, we beat the Celtics in 5 or 6 games. It does not come close to a Game 7. It doesn't touch a Game 7. Joel Embiid might be the best scoring big man of all time. Just the fact that he can score from anywhere on the court, 3-point line, mid-range, those little 19-footers, definitely on the block, in the post. There's no big man that can stop Joel Embiid from scoring. Even Wemby. This man dropped 70 on Victor Wembanyama. Joel Embiid might be the best scoring big man of all time, but the Sixers have Game 7 on lock. And then after we take Game 7, we're taking the East, because there's no other team in the East that is going to stop that can stop the Sixers, honestly, at this point in the season. But that's all we got for today's edition of No Shame with Shane. If you haven't already, be sure to like, follow, and subscribe, and I'll be back later on with more shameless takes, especially for a recap of this Game 7 game between the Sixers and the Celtics.